Hello, everybody. Meghma and Leah here to give you your weekly check-in with energy and spirits, channel guidance to just kind of help prepare us for what's ahead this week, what kind of challenges we may be facing as a collective, and what kinds of things we can do to ease our transition through them. And here we go. Go ahead, Meghma.
Thank you, Leah, for that lovely introduction as always. And I am excited to do this week's reading. We have entered a new month, and this is a very special time of the year because we have just crossed Halloween and the veil is super thin and it's going to stay this way for rest of the season. So it is when we are being contacted with from our guides, and there's a lot of changes happening in our life. And like the season, we are also kind of, and this is what I'm feeling from the collective, we are also going into a death and rebirth process. So everybody's feeling some sort of shifts within themselves that they are changing in some ways or the other. So there is a transformation calling us. It is not comfortable, never comfortable. Change is never comfortable to our mind, but the better, that's why we are here, to ask for guidance so that we can, you know, go through this together. The first card is Magician. We are the creator of our reality, and I love this deck and I love this card. It has all the elements represent in it, so it's really a calling about you are masters now. It's not just affirmations or thoughts or your daily ritual of journaling. It's literally every now moment, the thoughts you're thinking, the emotions you're feeling, the actions you're taking, the resources or the opportunities or the triggers. Even triggers are opportunities if you are a true alchemist. Sorry, I'm just too excited with the energies and I'm talking very fast, I realize. But each moment and whatever you are dealing with can be an ingredient of to help you create what you want to create. So right now, Spirit is telling you, you have mastered, you have gone way beyond your, morning rituals and daily affirmations. Those are still good, don't stop them, but this is about true mastery in every now moment. You are so powerful. So keep remembering that and keep embodying that as you walk into different moments and phases and things in your life. As you go to the bank, you go to the grocery, you go to the washroom, be in that embodiment and watch what you can do with mundane stuff that people are not even seeing. Okay. Interesting.
You get me nervous when you laugh like that.
Oh, no, the cards are really big this time. And again, we have another major arcana. The second is the Wheel of Fortune. This is, again, the times are changing, the tables are turning. That's what this card tells us. And the hooded figure also reminds me of like Grim Reaper or death, to remind that any kind of change, even this, if it is for your good and it is bringing you abundance and prosperity and love and acceptance, even if you are transforming for a better future, it is still painful, it is still uncomfortable. So it's just a reminder that it is okay to feel this way, and you got this, you can get through this, and we are all here together. And interesting, like in the Magician card, we have the representation of the elements, 4 elements, the wand, the sword and pentacle and the cups. And we have the 4 animals including the human. There is a lion and a bird and Taurus or an ox in the Wheel of Fortune card. So this is again like what I am seeing this time is really about tapping into all our archetypes, the stubborn part, the vulnerable part, the higher perspective, and the courage and strength you have. Every aspect of you is like taking it all together and entering the arena. This not only this week, this whole winter season, you will feel like you are in a battle arena or arena. It is up to you how you are perceiving and dealing with it. But it is time to see what you have learned, see for yourself and experience it for yourself.
Could you
Yes.
just repeat? It's either a battle arena or it's what arena?
Like I said, like dance. I don't know if dance arena is a word or a concept, but what I mean is how you experience it, like a battle or like being wounded and bloodied, or you are just dancing and you're still exhausted and you're still putting effort, but it's a dance and it's more joyful and sensual. So that's a choice that we have individually.
Yeah, it was just that the recording glitched for a second when you said it, and I wanted to make sure people heard the word you were using.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the last two cards, and this is the card that again came up last week in our reading, the 10 of Wands. And this is again, I think, repeating the energy of this is not going to be easy. And this is just being honest and truthful and preparing for what's coming. But you are absolutely ready and trained to go through this without a sweat. Like, yes, it is a difficult task, but you do not need to be scared of it at all. You're so prepared. And this preparedness has come from the willingness of bearing the burden of the task of your mission. So that has, I feel, been ignited with a lot of people in the collective, the willingness to carry this forward, because I believe as 2023, which was the year of number 7, the spiritual awakening, and since the January, we have been hearing the collective will go through a shift, and we are ending the year and we are feeling it. There is no longer the sense of, are we are doing this, but are we going to be successful? Is it even worthwhile? Are we putting efforts in the right places? Those doubts are gone, and therefore there is more conviction and willingness in doing the work, and that is really changing the game for everybody. And this is going to avalanche through the collective in the next few months. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. So I did pull another card just to see, and this is again such a simple advice. This is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is the embodiment that you are being asked to do. So there is Magician, which is a very uplifted, or what should I say, something that we kind of put in a pedestal to be a magician, right? It is sometimes can be a little overwhelming to think of ourselves like that. And it is not possible to be like that at all moments, because we are humans. So you will have your low points, and you will have days when you don't feel that power, that alchemical power to transfer everything instantaneously. It is also because many times we need to go through certain heavy emotions or mental space to learn and pick up lessons. So always wanting to transform and change is also not advisable. So you have to feel into the situation and see if it is something that you need to transform immediately, or sit with and gather the information, the lesson and wisdom carried to you. So for the other times when you're feeling low or you want to keep steady, this is the energy of being steady. This is the energy of being grounded. This is telling you to keep your protections up, because whenever a creature or a person is going through a death and rebirth process, you are most vulnerable during that process, right? And therefore, it is practice your protection rituals, carry your crystals and amulets, and call in your guides to wrap you around with a protective white light with their love, so that you can go through this transformation with ease and grace without being attacked. What is saying that it's saying you to connect ground and connect to Gaia, because Gaia has all the nourishment and the love that we need at this time. And it can be difficult because it is winter season is coming, and people feel a little disconnected from nature, especially where trees lose their leaves and there is too much snow and darkness and there is not much sun. So it might feel even that you are not being connected and supported. But Spirit is really urging you to reach out and into the veil that is thin right now and feel that connection. Because like this beautiful disk of sun behind this man, the light of your higher self, of your spirit guides, the universe, or your God, the source, is always behind you. It has your back and is always present no matter what you are experiencing in your 3D. So all you need to do at those moments when you're feeling a bit shaken is ground yourself and reach out and connect, and you will be guided and you will be held and you will get all the downloads you need to take the next step. So I hope that helps. And yes, Leah, if you have any comments or questions.
Wow, that was just so powerful. I just would like you to hold up the Wheel of Fortune card again for a moment when you collect yourself.
The Wheel of Fortune card.
Okay, so when I looked at that card, I was so aware of a couple of things. One is that the wheel is held between his heart and his solar plexus. And it's like this circular motion of a dial with different things you can point at in between these two areas. And I think that's something for us to focus on. You also see the energy of love, like the heart behind.
Like, also like the angel wings.
That's the other thing I was going to say. So there's a real sense of love, focusing on the angelic realm, on the transformation to flight. And then also the piece of the gold coming down. And that is on the right-hand side, which represents the future and the masculine. And I think that that's an interesting bit also for people to focus on and see what it brings them. The other thing I wanted to say in the last two cards that you showed us, I really was getting the sense of the butterfly and, going into the chrysalis, particularly the last card. I think it's so interesting that it was 10 of rods was the one with him carrying it. That's so interesting because that was, last week we willingly transformed our burden into something that we were carrying with conviction, with clarity. We had figured it all out. We got them in this basket. We can utilize them. That's so powerful that that's carrying forward. And then that last card reminding us, when you said about being vulnerable, it's so interesting because most of the creatures that go through fairly radical transformations are water creatures. So we have, our dragonfly that spends, depending on what species, up to 3 years in the water as a nymph before it comes out for its brief time above ground. You have your lobsters and your crabs, which shed their hard protective shells and become very, very vulnerable as they expand, right? They need to lose the shell to expand. And then you also have, oh, there was one other creature in the water that I'm forgot at this moment. But anyway, the only land creature that I know that really does that is the butterfly. Is that true? Does anyone else know of any land creature that makes such a transformative journey? So that's interesting. And that's something else to think about and meditate on and see what gifts it will have to reveal to you when you look at it. But yeah, transformation is a lot of work. As Meghma says, it's not comfortable. But change is expected to produce results. It's not expected to be an easy ride. You know, nothing worthwhile is without effort. So let's do this. Let's do this final push, right? It's like the baby's in the birth canal. We're in the birth canal. Let's push ourselves out. Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a little bit thing after you said about the right side, and I was noticing how the right foot is forward, like, you know, you're stepping, you're taking the step. You are the deciding factor on which way this wheel is going to turn and what is going to, you know, come forth. So yes, you is like a reminder to keep taking those steps that you have been taking, like, you know, carrying out your mission and doing the work, the heavy stuff, and every bit of it. So yeah, and one step at a time, we are going to get there.
And we're always here to help you on your journey. Feel free to check out our free support group Sundays at 10 a.m. And also we're very excited because our education portal has just opened, and Meghma and I love to teach. We love to share our knowledge, and we love to lean into the energy of the questions you ask us and to give you channeled answers. So if we don't have the information at our beck and call in terms of what we have experienced in our own lives, we are very able to access answers from beyond the veil. So come and join us, come and be a part of a warm, welcoming group. Everyone in the group is really finding it to be so supportive on their journey. And what people are saying is that it feels like home. When they come to our program, it feels like home. And we couldn't want anything more than that for Lightworkers, but to give them a home, a place to belong, a place where they're appreciated and can be themselves, perhaps for the first time. So come on in. The water's fine.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. See you guys again on Sunday and Wednesdays. Love you. Take care. Bye bye and happy ascension.
Happy ascension, everybody.